I have this book, The Enlightened Heart, by it's a collection of poetry. You know, I've kind of had my collection for a while, and I love it. I love this book. It's so full of different spiritual poems from different religions, and among them is really not somebody you'd think of religiously, but Walt Whitman. So I wanted to read you this. Do you want some Walt Whitman? Of course you do. It's a rather long poem, so I might screw it up fairly well. I might miss a word here or there, but let me abide with that. I have said that the soul is not more than the body, and I have said that the body is not more than the soul, and nothing, not God, greater to no one than oneself is, and whoever walks a furlong without sympathy walks to his own funeral, dressed in his shroud, and I or you, pocketless of a dime, may purchase the pick of the earth, and to glance with an eye or show a bean pod in its pod confounds the living of all times, and there no trade of employment but the young man following may become a hero. And there is no object so soft but it makes a hub for the wheeled universe. And any man or woman shall stand cool and superfluous before a million universes. And I call to mankind, be not curious about God, for I am who curious about each am not curious about God. No array of terms can say how much I am at peace about God and about death. I hear and behold God in every object, yet I understand God not in the least, nor do I understand who there can be more wonderful than myself. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God each hour in the 24, and each moment then. In the faces of men and women I see God, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters signed God dropped in the streets, and every one is signed by the name God. I leave them where they are, for I know that others will perpetually come forever and ever. And as to you, death, and you bitter hug of mortality, it is idle to try to alarm me. To his works without flinching, the culture comes. I see elder hand pressing, receiving, supporting. I recline to the stills of the exquisite flexible doors and mark the outlet, and mark the relief and escape. And as to you, corpse, I think you are good manure, but that does not offend me. I smell the white roses, sweet-scented and growing. I reach to the leafy lips. I reach to the polished breasts of melons. And as to you, life, I reckon you are the leaving of many deaths. No doubt, I have died myself 10,000 times before. I hear you whispering there, O star of heaven, sons, O grass of graves, O perpetual transfers and promotions. If you do not say anything, how can I say anything? Oh, the turbid pool that lies in the autumn forest. Oh, the moon that descends the steeps, the sorrowing twilight. Top sparkles of day and dusk. Tossed to the black stems that decay in the muck. Tossed to the moaning gibbering of dry limbs. I ascend from the moon. I ascend from the night, and perceive the ghastly glimmer of sunbeams reflected and debauched to steady the central from the offspring great or small. There is that in me. I do not know what it is, but I know it is in me. Wrenched and sweaty, calm and cool, then my body becomes. I sleep. I sleep long. I do not know it. It is without name. It is a word unsaid. It is not in any dictionary or utterance or symbol. Something that swings on more than the earth I swing on, to it the creation of a friend whose embracing awakes me. Perhaps I might tell more. Outlines. I plead for my brothers and sisters. Do you see, O brothers and sisters? It is not chaos or death. It is form and union and plan. It is eternal life. It is happiness. Walt Whitman was a very deep guy.